should we pop this bottle and get a glass, and then we'll do the intro, and then we will get started. Yeah?
Yeah.
It's facing.
Yeah, to 100.
Woo!
That's awesome. 101. Welcome to Middle Fingers Up, the show where we hold our heads high and our middle fingers higher. I'm your host, Kieran McKay. Okay, well, welcome. Today is the 101st episode of Middle Fingers Up. Today's extra special because we are celebrating a huge milestone for our podcast, 100 episodes. And to mark this occasion, I brought back my very first guests, Naina and Kam, who have loyally joined me since the beginning of this journey. It's like they had to sign up for one of those, like, the Bay credit cards that they can't ever cancel no matter what they try. So shout out to both of you for committing to returning every 25 episodes without even realizing that you were committing to this whole thing. So I appreciate that. But also today, we're ready to shed those, ties to suffering. So unless, of course, you want to come back, you're welcome to, not have to come back every 25 episodes. I love it, but we're embarking a new journey. Who knows what happens? So maybe next time you come, you'll come because you want to, not because, you have to.
The whole reason you turned on our mics.
Yeah,
was it worth it?
For Cam's he sounds like the dad from the Goofy movie, Roxanne's dad.
Oh my god.
Looks like him too. Who are we talking about?
Roxanne's dad.
Oh, I don't look like him.
Oh my god, you didn't even know. You know. This is very difficult. We have a whole new setup going on here.
So we're calling Simrat and Jyoti.
Yeah.
If you recall as an audience, they are our newlywed series.
Where are they?
We're also all drinking kliku in order to celebrate 101.
The 101. Congratulations, Karen. We're so proud of you.
Aw, thanks.
It's so hard for me to say that.
You're doing great, bitch.
Yeah, I look great there. Oh, look at you guys at the gardens.
Did you go clubbing last night, Jyoti? Why are you losing your voice?
I just came back from a boys' trip, and yes, I went fishing and clubbing yesterday.
Yeah.
Knew it.
Let's go.
100%.
Cheers.
Aww.
Cheers.
Cheers. That's so sweet. Look at that mug. I love it.
Okay. They get it. They get it.
Cheers. Yay. Happy 101. I like that background.
Yeah,
That beautiful
congratulations.
trees.
Look at you alcoholics.
We're celebrating.
Yeah, we're celebrating. The only way,
The
right?
setup here. More than one person.
Yeah, we move things around in here. So we thought we'd do something different. So welcome. As you know, we're recording 101. So we just thought we'd have a phone in, and when we'll be honest, you guys are our last call. The person that we were supposed to call couldn't show up, but that's okay. We're happy with the second bests.
No, you called like two other people that said they couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's right. They didn't even pick up.
Yeah, and then these guys are last resort.
Bronze is better than silver, though, because silver, you're so close to first. Bronze, it's like you don't even have a chance, so it's fine.
And you still got in, so who cares, right?
That's a very glass half full perspective, Simrat. We're proud of that. We're good at that.
Let me just throw this cup away. I'll be right back. 1 second.
So how you guys doing? How's life?
Good. We're about to head to the pumpkin patch right now while there's what's it called? An atmospheric river happening here, so...
We got a crazy storm happening.
What is an atmospheric?
Yeah. Tell us that.
Basically, it's a shit ton of rain.
Oh.
You guys see Vancouver flooding and like parts of Surrey?
Damn. How's your area?
It's actually not
shockingly okay.
And we're below sea level. We should have flooded.
Oh my God. Okay, so you guys were here because it was last minute, and my apologies. So really, we thank you for pausing your Sunday afternoon. So that's
This guy, he's talking shit, but he'll do anything for clout. So
Oh my God, there's no clout here. it's just the 4 or 5 of us, however many.
Yo, did you guys get your lawn put in yet? Do you have lawn? Do you have grass now?
Nope.
No.
I do in the backyard, not in the front.
Okay, that's good.
Okay,
Come over. Help me out.
I know. I'll
Anyways.
come. I'll lay some sod, buddy.
Instead of doing that, why don't you ask a top 5?
Yeah, you guys. Okay, we're gonna have you guys come on and do a top 5, and then maybe maybe Nana and Cam have some other questions. I don't know. We'll see.
Shouldn't we ask the
But
questions
we'll make
first?
it quick.
No, let's do a top 5 first.
Huh?
Let's do the top 5.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Never done these top 5.
My wife is my number 1.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Shut
But if it's some
up.
people you hate, top 5 people you hate. then
Okay. All right. I got a good one for them actually.
Okay.
Let's stir the pot and shit. Ready? Start some shit here, buddy. Let's do how about let's do a top 5. Give me both of you guys your top 5 celebrity crushes.
Okay.
Which could be anything, right? Bollywood actors, whatever, like
Rappers.
rappers, like OnlyFans models,
Could it be like athletes?
To actually be like,
athletes.
it's just like it's not actually in order of preference, or is it order of preference?
That's up to you if you want to put it in order. It'd be more fun for us if it's in order, maybe. This is like like your card, like the the laminated card, like if you ever met this person, then you get the pass, to go like hang out with them.
Go hang out with them.
Keeping it PG.
The hall pass.
Our parents listen to this, guys.
Oh, right.
Okay, well then, I feel like I have so many. Which do I choose? You go first. I'm thinking.
Okay, number 1.
He's ready.
Luke Combs?
Luke Combs? That's your free pass?
Hands down.
Oh my God. Okay, that worries me.
Like I don't. I mean, like I get it. Like I get dudes. That's fine. But like, what? Okay. You know what? Who am I to judge? That's fair. Luke Combs. Fine. Okay.
I have one to judge.
Have you heard that dance?
You have every right to.
And that's like your first. That's like the first choice too, eh? That's like not number 5. That's like number 1, hey?
He didn't even need a second.
No.
That's like, don't even.
He was ready to
I'm in love
go.
with that.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm in
now
love
keep
with
going.
that.
Now you have 4 more.
4 more, man.
Jennifer Aniston.
Okay. All
That's
right.
fair.
All right.
Like any decade or like current, past.
Well, she's just like a fine wine, so she just keeps getting hotter and hotter. So whatever, take your pick.
That's fair. Good. Yeah.
Current? We'll say current. Shit, that's all I really had.
J-Lo's usually your next one.
J-Lo was until her movie came out and stuff and whatever. She kind of fell off.
Which movie? Like there's so many.
Oh, whatever her little documentary was, she
The
annoyed the crap with.
greatest love story never told.
Oh my God.
The Diddy stuff doesn't help either, eh?
Pissed me off. Oh crap. Chris Stapleton, number 3.
Okay.
Is that another guy?
Yep.
Mm.
Wait, we talking about physical attraction, or we just like this person because
I'm not judging. I'm just asking. Is that
No,
another guy?
it's
or-
like you don't know who it is.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to tell us anything. Just we don't care.
we're not hooking up, right? Okay.
You can hook up in any way you want. If hooking up means singing a song together, then that's the person on your list.
Number 4, Miss Pooja.
Oh, go to hell. You're disgusting.
Who's that?
Miss Pooja. She's a Punjabi singer.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look her up. I want to know about her.
Oh, yeah.
Simrat, what? Say that again.
He likes to specify the 2009 Miss Pooja. Him and my best friend's husband, they just like...
That's my girl, man.
Yeah.
Just gonna call.
Okay, all right. Miss Pooja.
Like, I'm gonna marry you. Anyways, number 5. Shit. All I can think of is guys. It's so weird.
Yeah, that's concerning. There's freaking Scarlett Johansson, Kim Kardashian, like all these girls you wouldn't like.
I'll be Cardi B for number 5.
Cardi B.
Well, that's a very eclectic list, let me tell you.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
This is insulting to me because he chose me, and these are the top
The
5.
top 5s, yeah.
I
That's-
like ratchet tits.
Simrat, you're the perfect combination of Luke Combs and Miss Pooja.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
And Cardi B, I guess. I don't know.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
I jump off a bridge at all.
But also Jennifer Aniston, so that's good.
No, but
And
Simrat
J-Lo.
specifically.
Pick the J-Lo and the Jen Aniston.
Oh,
side.
she's mixed in there too.
She's mixed in there. Oh my God. Wow, what
All
an
right,
interesting answer.
Let's just move. Let's not even ask any more
Yeah.
questions. Let's just move on to Simrat's
That's his therapist.
top 5 because this guy, like, I don't know, man. Hot
Stuck
doggy, buddy.
on the second one. So my first one is Henry Cavill.
Good choice. Good choice. Yeah.
Screw
Fine.
that guy. What do you mean good choice?
That, bro, like that's a better choice than your two guys you picked. Like
Straight up.
that guy's like very masculine, very
You're
good guy. Good guy.
Look, with a way better
He's
personality.
like, Henry Cavill's a gentleman. Okay.
And-
second is a Bollywood actor. I don't know, Nana, you might know. Aditya Roy Kapoor.
Oh, yeah. He's hot.
Yeah.
He's HAWT.
No clue, but I'll believe you guys. I'll believe you.
He's
on it.
hot.
We're going to go with, this is going to be controversial, but prior to the debacle, young Chris Brown, before he became overly controversial.
Wow.
Young Chris Brown. Right.
Talented. So here's the thing, separate the artist from
controversial choice.
He was like my high school crush.
Can I just add though, I have to say it's hard because all these celebrities that we were bred to like love and adore and have their posters on our walls and ceilings and all that, they all are letting us down every day. And we have to like, it's so funny how we try to make sense of childhood or teenage, you know, those younger clubbing days or whatnot. And we're like, oh, I can't even enjoy that because that music was such a big part of our life. And now we're like, we have to specify Chris Brown before the whole Riri incident, you know, like it's so hard. So they all suck. Screw them all for letting us down.
Also, Karen had a Will Smith cutout in her room of from the Wild Wild West. Will Smith cutout
with the cowboy hat.
Yeah, from Wild Wild West. I remember I'd go in her room sometimes because like the computer was in there, and I'd sneak in and shit when she was in there, and I'd see that thing. And I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Will Smith cutout from Wild Wild West. Worst movies ever did too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry, Simrat.
Okay, so moving on, 4 and 5.
4 and 5. God damn, there's so many, but I can't like narrow it down.
You're always talking about Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa, yes.
Jason Momoa.
But did you see him recently when he shaved his beard?
Yeah,
with the beard gone?
I don't see that. I saw it and I was like, I never want to see this again. I want to burn it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Khal Drogo days.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not agreeing with that. What am I talking about?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but Jason Momoa with his beard cut looks like, you know, those like when they shave those bears and you see them like, you know, like he looks
totally.
like that. Shit. Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that men should have beards because it's like it's makeup for them.
Yes.
It makes just automatically makes it better.
100%.
So,
Wow.
Number 5. Fuck, who else?
You have one more or two more?
She's got one
She
more.
has one
Last
more.
one.
Last one, make it good, make it count.
But this is no order, right? This is just like 5, top 5.
Get it right. Come on.
Chris Pine.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
How's that?
He's a handsome man.
He's always a pilot, dude, in movies.
Was he in Star Trek too, and in the movies and stuff?
Yeah, he was in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, he was in that.
He was
too,
in the one with the when they were fighting over Reese Witherspoon with the hot guy, other Tom Hardy.
Yeah, it's like when they were both like CIA.
Oh, Tom Hardy, that's a good one too, right
Tom
there.
Hardy.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Damn. See, now you're gonna bring him up and I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot that guy.
Yeah, taking some side. He's like, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You shallow bastard.
What?
Anyway.
Tom Hardy?
Jyoti, 2.5 seconds, Luke Combs.
Yeah.
And then
Luke
he's kind of
Combs.
mad at Simran.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
I mean, he's just like the rest of them, okay?
That's so funny.
And he's got a nice personality. I'm not like you guys think, oh my god, he's hot with a W.
Yo, excuse me, who? When have you ever spoken to Luke Combs like you know his personality? Like,
I watch his YouTube videos. I know.
So obviously you know him completely.
Do you think that he'd be into brown guys? I feel like he'd be into white guys.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, or would you be his like?
Just said like all these people that you love, you never know what they end
There's
up.
no way.
If you come into money, you're gonna end up being effed up to some extent.
There's no way.
He's like, not my boy Luke.
Yeah, Luke's not like he doesn't have 1,000 bottles of oil in his house.
Jeez.
Right? Like you don't know anymore. It's like they're all the worst now. Obviously, I have like trust issues. It's like can't trust any of them anymore.
No, except Will Smith from Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that was fucked up. These guys got to do their MFU too, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay,
want
do your MFU and then I got some questions for you.
They'll never get to the point.
do your MFU, then get the hell out of here, right? Sorry.
MFU. Oh my
Yeah, we
god.
have to do an MFU.
Shit, didn't think about this one. Right off the bat, controversial. MFU to Christmas for freaking overshadowing Halloween.
Oh.
Went to the
fair.
dollar store, went to Home Sense. There's like a tiny little Halloween section. It's all Christmas shit now. And I'm like, man, give Halloween its time to shine.
Aw,
That's so
fair.
true.
Because Halloween's only for devil worshippers. That's why, right, guys? that's why they do that, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. So they need the Christmas like to sprinkle Jesus and love and the good,
Yes.
not
Halloween's
the
my
bad.
wife's favorite.
Yeah.
That's what we
Season?
have in our.
No,
Look
that's
at
fall.
that.
Oh, that's cute.
Whoa, that's scary. Oh, or cute, yeah.
When you walk past it, it starts like laughing. Like
Are you guys dressing up? Are you doing Halloween?
What?
Are you doing Halloween? Are you dressing up?
We don't know what we're dressing up as. We have 2 Halloween parties, no costumes yet. So I'm going to figure it out.
Interesting. We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
I have my costume from high school that I'm going to wear.
Shut the heck up.
What was
You
that?
are not wearing
Oh,
that.
I know what that is. What that is.
Oh
What
my
is
God.
it?
Which one, Kam?
Buddy, it's the Harge. I heard you're pretty large and shit. Hey, Harge, I heard you're pretty large.
The high school talk is coming out. Can you tell?
Harge, I heard you're pretty large. That's the costume?
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Shit.
It is what you heard. I know. It's like literally like 17-year-old boy talk.
He should whip that one out for sure, though.
I should,
Like
right?
the costume that is.
That when we first started dating, he had that costume, and I didn't know how to tell him. I'm like, oh God, that's a big ick for me. But like honeymoon phase, you're like, so funny.
And
after
here we
that.
are.
I was like, nope.
You overcame the ick.
Yeah.
Good job, Jyoti.
It's possible, guys. It's possible. There's a lot of icks that I had to overcome.
Okay, this isn't the roast of me. Move on to the next.
Yeah, Jyoti, let's do your MFU.
My MFU is to my neighbor's tree that's fucking leaves keep falling in my goddamn driveway. Literally left on, cleared the driveway, and I can't even see concrete, and I'm back like less than 48 hours later.
Damn.
That's my
It's a tough life.
That's gonna be an everyday thing, buddy. We got neighbors fucking leaves in our front yard, in our backyard, in our house, like fucking everywhere, man.
in our house.
I like how we went from Harge's something like large or whatever to this now. Leaves in our yard. You guys are old now. This is how when you realize you're old, right here. When you start talking about the weather and how it impacts you, you're old. It's official.
Been talking about weather since 06, buddy. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, Jyoti Simrit, your newlywed series has garnered a lot of positive attention, A lot of really good feedback, I think, has come from both of those episodes.
Yes.
I'm putting you kind of on the spot here, but have you listened to any other episodes of MFU? And what's your favorite type of topic? Or, what do you like about the podcast in general?
Wow.
I probably did a bit more than
She probably listens more than I do.
yeah.
My favorite episode was Big V. Big V's episode.
That's the one with my dad.
Big V would be
Why did you like it?
Because I've known Big V basically my whole life now.
Mm.
And I learned so much about him. And I didn't, he's always been a guy I kind of look up to and I've had great conversations with and I've been really close to. But there was way more depth to him than I actually realized. And that I've come to realize that I wasn't asking the right questions to him.
That's so interesting.
If he was here today, what would you ask him?
Man, just how he became so open-minded. He's so progressive compared to most, let's just say uncles, right? He's got just such a different outlook on societal norms and our culture and just people in general.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned a lot about him through that episode.
Well, Papa's going to get a big pump out of that.
I'm sure when he hears this episode, he'll have some happy tears, right? To hear that, right? That comment.
I'm gonna a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right?
I had someone else message too and say that she's trying to get her dad to listen to this episode too. And she was also Punjabi too. And she's like, I appreciated it. And, as I have a father-daughter kind of a relationship too. So I want my dad to hear some of this stuff too, because there were things that I agree, that my dad said, even for me, we know he's my dad. We think we're close, and whether it's with our parents, our friends, whoever, our partners, and you're right, Jyoti. Sometimes it's there's certain questions that we don't ask or we don't think to ask, and we don't really learn about each other. And there were quite a few things, even for me, that I walked away with, oh my goodness. And I think a big part of that was now, again, that whole survival, survive, thrive thing that we always talk about on here. It's okay, now it's even more of a pat on the back to talk and find our voice and step up, because our parents have endured a lot and put a lot out there for us. And many of them are suffering with addictions and lots of hardcore issues, health issues, because of all the things that they had to sacrifice. And so I appreciated also having his voice out there. So I'm glad that Big V's was and that he always finds interesting guests for the show too. He's
a great referral service.
He's the best referral service ever. Pardon?
Yeah. respect how vulnerable he was there.
Mm.
Like I've always had so much respect for him, but after that episode, I was just like, wow, I was blown away. Because a lot of guys are, and again, like especially from that generation.
Yeah,
I think the episode of Nana's mom too, same kind of thing. Same. It's nice hearing from the previous generation because like there's so much shit that they deal with that they don't talk about.
Yeah.
And then and then also like you said, that one listener that you had who wanted her dad to listen to it, just hearing it from somebody from that generation can kind of validate their own emotions too. So yeah.
Yeah, well said. I agree with Nana's mom too. That was a huge one too, and to have that kind of conversation, and we got lots of interesting feedback with that too.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that answer.
Yeah.
What are you guys hoping to hear in the next 100?
Oh my gosh, let's not talk next 100, but in the future, whatever comes, what would you want to hear? It's a good question.
Hopefully less of Karen, and, more of the guests. But
I'm down. I love that. Like where the guests comment on and they just host it.
Yeah, basically. I can't really answer that question because I'm pretty behind in the episodes, but one thing that I really appreciate about your podcast is the range of topics.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Because I've the ones about, people having issues with like childbirth. I've listened to Big V's episode talking about like his struggles, Nana's mom.
Addiction too.
Was it
like disabilities too, just like health issues and how they impact your life. But that's what I was gonna say. Like just building on that too. That's what I want to see more of. Like continue to just of a range of things, right? Because if it's too much of one thing, then it's kind of like okay, you can listen. You can only talk about it so much.
Yeah.
I want to say with the range of topics, I think somebody somewhere can relate to some extent. Then
you nailed it. I find there's always something relatable in every episode. Doesn't matter what the topic is.
Yeah.
Have you met Karen? There's never like enough hours of the day to keep talking. Like this chick will just keep talking. But
I'm curious. What can I say?
On that note, I know you guys have to go to a pumpkin patch, so
so cute.
You guys should leave now before this woman asks you 1,000 more questions about your lives.
I can't wait for the 3rd episode. We're gonna get together in a couple months.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's so enthusiastic.
That and then me on this side, he just kind of sits there like, I don't know what to answer.
You do so well.
No, your guys' episodes were always so good. Like so good. I've always enjoyed listening to those. So yeah. But thank you for coming. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I get a lot of good feedback on me from people I know, and just like, things that we talk about that it's just such a stigma around it. So I like that there's a bit of a platform to talk about that stuff. So yeah.
For sure. And I'm sure it's like the people that are going through it that aren't able to talk about those things that are able to find comfort in you guys talking about it.
We're like about to take that next step in life. They never consider these kind of problems or things that will come up. It's just, you think it's gonna be sunshine and rainbows. You never think about what the problems would be or the obstacles. So it kind of helps them shift perspective too. Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Very good point.
For sure. Well, have fun at the pumpkin patch. I'm looking forward to the pictures.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the recording, and congratulations, Karen, on the 101 episodes.
Yay. Thank you guys. Yeah. Thank you for being part of it. Appreciate it.
Keep it up. You're almost famous. Your dreams.
You're not Jyoti famous though, buddy. This guy went viral,
I can't
buddy.
I'll never go viral like that, man.
Get Jyoti famous.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, but we'll get you there.
You know what? As long as I have you as like, my inspiration, I'm there. I'm already there. So
I got you.
You gotta start posting recordings like online.
Well, today is the first time that we are video recording, so let's see how that goes. And we'll start doing that because that's the number one feedback is put more of that out there.
Yeah.
And
you're obsessed with it. So you should put your face out there.
I know I suck at it. I don't like it. That's the thing. And I keep getting feedback to do it. So it's like the problem.
The perfect backdrop that you have to set up. So you should.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I'm gonna. Who knows what? Maybe in the next few we'll get there. It's taken 100 to get to this setup and a video. So let's see what we'll do next. But thank you for that. Appreciate you guys being part of this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. Okay.
Bye.
Peace out.
Screw you, Kam. Bye.
Bye. Fucking bitch.
Best friends for life.
They're so cute, right? They're just so cute.
They're so cute.
They're like so annoying, but so cute.
So annoying.
Should we get into our MFUs?
Oh yeah,
You guys wanna
let's
do
our
that?
MFUs. Well, Cam,
So weird not having my headphones on. I'm like,
Cam pours more kliku into his
Oh yeah,
glass.
good.
Pulling
Drink that
up.
shit. Drink that shit.
Pull up.
I want more too.
MFUs.
Oh. Okay.
MFUs. It's not that big of a deal, but it is MFU because it pisses me off a lot, right? It grinds my gears.
Ooh,
Fuck
okay.
it type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like those IPTVs, you know, like like the box, you know, like everyone does it. Everyone steals cable. Everyone steals fuck whatever. Those things piss me off so much because yes, we can watch whatever the fuck we want, whatever movies in the theaters, we can watch it, blah blah blah, and like everything's good. But then as soon as you want to watch sports, live sports, that thing glitches like a bitch, dude. Like it's unbelievable, and it makes me so mad. There's all these things you do. Unplug it back in. 50 seconds, 30 seconds. You wait. Plug it back in. Change the channel. Do this. Whatever. Try this. Put it onto another TV. Doesn't matter. That's just glitching, and that's the reason I get it. I want to watch sports, right? I don't want to see fucking Elias Pettersson on a breakaway, and then it's like paused, and then half an hour later,
And then Papa texts you before you even
like,
can
"Goal!"
see it.
yeah, half an hour later, it's like, oh, he didn't score, and he fell and broke his leg, and the Canucks lost. I'm like, I don't want to hear it from Papa. I want to watch the goddamn game,
Yeah, you
the
got,
gosh darn game. I want
Yeah.
to watch it.
the moment got taken from you.
Yeah.
You were like
Yeah.
entering a moment and then it just got taken.
And then the box likes to fuck with you too. It likes to like lag out as soon as someone like is about to score or like take a shot or like something's gonna happen. That's when it does it too, right?
Some dude
Just
working in the back that's like the glitch
fucking
guy,
rage,
the glitch
dude.
operator.
There has to be someone doing it.
Yeah, the glitch operator, the go.
Fucking
Sitting in an
asshole.
office somewhere with an
So-
MFU mug.
That's what that one goes to. I know it's not as great as my other ones, but
I mean, charcuterie and Twix, and there's so many there.
What?
School buses.
Twix.
School, but I thought charcuterie.
I love Twix. Don't let the viewers and the watchers and everyone
Listeners.
listen. Well, now they're watching because she's recording and stuff, right? I don't know, like filming and stuff with the camera and shit
Yeah.
on tripod and stuff. But like, I love Twix.
Yeah, no, I love Twix.
Twix
too.
is
I'm sorry.
dope, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I take that back.
Twix is a top 5 chocolate bar, 100%.
Oh wow.
It should be because you get two.
You do get to, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? The
Yeah,
first
but
one
they're
you
not.
get
It's
quickly.
not enough. I want 4. You can get 4 in the king size pack, whatever. Right? You get
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
That's one you have to get.
Okay, Nana, what about you? Do you have an MFU? Oh, you want to say something?
I was gonna say something about Twix. That was
Okay.
since they were talking about it. So me and Nana actually we found Nana and I actually we found Twix cookie dough, and guess what? It was not as good as the original. You know, usually you get
I was
like
not expecting that.
you know you get those like chocolates, whatever, like Kit Kat, like the
Mhm.
popcorn one. Have you like it's so fucking good,
Yeah.
and like even Kit Kat, like I think they have a cookies and cream one too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think that was good. Well,
Like
usually
the white chocolate Reese.
and it's like always so good, but like
you can't have that because you're gonna die.
you
but-
can't fuck with Twix. You can't do like change it and make like it's
No,
never gonna
Twix
be
is
better.
Twix.
It's
It's
like
perfect.
like the
I feel
original.
the same about Mars bar. Like you just.
I don't really like Mars bars. They're okay.
Okay.
Like I'll eat them, but they're okay.
His attitude just changed really quick.
Yeah. No, you know what? It's fine.
My MFU goes to people who care about sports.
Nana, you really do not care about sports. Tell
I'm
us
just
why.
kidding.
Is that
I
where your
don't.
MFU is going?
No,
or
no, it's not.
Okay.
I was just joking.
But you
'cause
don't
I
care about
was
sports.
I don't. I really don't. I think the like camaraderie, teamwork, all those like fun things is fine.
Right.
But like accessibility is a barrier. Cost is a barrier. There's a lot of things that I think people don't really consider with sports. And like there's like this whole transport issue that's going on that I just think is like so conflated and like just so ridiculous. But overall, I don't hate sports, but I don't really fuck with like watching sports religiously or like wearing.
The rituals and
Yes.
superstitions when
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
there's some hardcore fanning that some of us do, and then
Yeah.
that's like
And
hard
like the
to-
money that they get paid, I'm just like, dumb. Like it's
Athletes,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just quite it's like an industry. Like kind of like how we were talking about the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like people worship these guys too. Like
Yeah.
they worship these athletes as well, like to be above us in some way.
Mhm.
And a lot of them have cover-ups for shit that they've done. Like we were just talking about Patrick Kane.
Patrick Kane, yeah.
Patrick Kane's
The cover-
sexual assault cover-up. And
Mhm.
like there was like those what were they, like AHL players? Or no, the Canadian Olympic
team
Yeah, there's,
Canada,
like, the
Olympic
guys
team,
in the hotel room.
Yes.
the under 18, or sorry, the 18. They were 8, but I think 18.
Yeah, and like a lot of these like factors that go into dealing with these matters is like, oh, this person has an amazing athletic career ahead of them, so like let's not put them in jail, or like let's give them like a lighter sentence or something. And I'm like, why? Like that's just another excuse for you to like be able to prioritize someone in this society.
It's a power balance again, like even the racist thing. But that person's so nice. So then let's just discard all of that other information. Or when you find out all this, like we're talking about P. Diddy, all that stuff coming up, like you said. But there's always the but attached to that. Exactly. And I think that's a lot of like our people's values. I think at the end of the day that some people are very strong with their values and no, this is not for me. And then there's those that, everyone has kind of like their own way of deciding how they're going to decide. But I think sometimes when we don't really know like what I believe or what I think, that's where we get caught in some of those power things right there. And it's unfortunate because I think sports, I agree with you. I love it. I love it for kids. I love, the teaching kids about discipline, teaching kids about, how their body can help them.
Teamwork,
all that stuff. But then there's the but. Then all that stuff that comes with it is like, I even said to Carrie, we were at Terrence's first hockey game yesterday. And I even said to him, I was like, we were just kind of sitting and we could see the benches and you could see the coaches giving the kids, fist bumps and pats. And I turned to him and I'm like, I know this is like, you always think this is me and the work that I do and I'm used to this and my mental health field, but I just can't help but wonder like how many times that situation of kids on the ice and like parents are looking down and there's like sad stories going on with coaches and the staff and what, because you hear so much about it later. Right. And like, this is, so I know that's what, to be honest, I worry about with any coach. Cause again, it's any position of power.
Yes.
Your church, your temple, your wherever you go, all those places.
Yeah. It's like you piss off your coach, you're not playing that game.
Your supervisor. There's, you can be in that, parent child, any kind of power imbalance. Yeah. When you're not recognizing that or aware of that in the situation.
Yeah.
You're fucked. But
that wasn't meant to
MFU, though.
It wasn't meant to be, but let's turn it into that.
You want to keep it that way?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, that was a good one.
But what was it gonna be though?
I honestly didn't really have a good one. So I was gonna make a jokey joke, but
just do it. The one that you were the jokey joke. Then.
No, like I was just that was my jokey joke, and then it just turned into a real one.
It was to you.
Just my middle fingers up are to you.
In general.
Fair enough.
I still love you though.
But middle fingers up.
Why are you turning red?
Because I'm drinking.
Like a cherry. Like
I know. So anytime I like talk to our neighbors, like anyone on the street, like when we're walking the dog, whatever, apparently I turn red. Because Cam will be like, "Why are you turning red?" And I'm like,
in front of them.
In front of them, and I'm like, I don't even mean to. I didn't say anything embarrassing.
In front of the people? Oh my god!
I'm like,
that's like so bad.
And then he's like, "Why are you turning red? Why are you turning red?"
That's
like,
as bad as your mom handing the phone to you and being like, "Here, talk to this relative that you've never met before."
Oh, I'm used to that. Yeah, that one too. Like when people do that, like
here, talk to this long lost relative that I'm sure is great and I care about you, but like I'm not right now in this very moment because I needed to prepare for this conversation.
Literally, I was having this conversation with my friends after. So my brother and my sister-in-law visited with my niece a few weeks ago. And a bunch of my friends came over to meet her.
Yeah.
And so my one friend was holding Gia, my niece, and I was like, now it's come full circle. Like in a few years, you can be like, Pajania, like to Gia. And she'll be like, no, who the fuck are you? Or like, I held you when you were a baby.
Yeah.
And you were so small. And I'm like, now we're in that position where we can embarrass the little kids.
You're getting to, it's just full circle. We all go through it.
Yeah.
I'm hitting that with my teenager.
Damn.
He's only 13. So I have such a long way to go.
It's going to be a long road.
Yeah. But it'll be a good one. I like it.
What's your MFU too?
Well, my MFU was, I also had a couple, but lately there was a few projects that I want to work on, but I've been putting them off. And also there was a couple just normal things. One of them was taking my dog to like a dog park event kind of thing. And such a tiny little task, but became this big anxiety thing in my head and my negative self-talk. So I've been, thinking about that particular thing that happened. Like, why did I make such a big ordeal about something? Because when I got there, eventually it was all okay and whatever. And so I realized that I was like, self-doubt is a fucking true crime story. Self-doubt is like a serial killer. It murders you. It murders your dreams. It murders your goals.
But it's so strong.
It's so strong. It literally it gets away. It's like the longest ever serial killer out there because it's killed the most things that have to do with you. And I know it's so dramatic, but I literally was thinking about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, there are so many. Now when I look back, there are so many things that your doubt gets in the way. You automatically go to, no, I can't do that. How the fuck do you really know you can't do that? And other people can do it, so why can't I? So it's just such a, and I was laughing and talking to you earlier. I'm like, Nana, like this just in, new science out there, positive self-talk helps.
Yeah.
When you are constantly beating yourself down or telling your body, you don't look good, I'm always bloated, I don't look good. I don't look good and I have been bloated. And then lately I've been tuning in on other, being present when I'm working out, being present just with my body even, like, you're great. Gave myself a hug the other day, which is so weird, but I'm going to try this. And I'm not bloated. It's so interesting. You know what I mean? Like the self-doubt. So anyways, that's my rant. Self-doubt is a true crime story.
I like that one. Fuck self-doubt, right?
Fuck it. Let's find it and kill it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, bitch.
I mean, I know you've talked about this in previous episodes because I listened to all of your episodes.
Oh my God, you're so sweet.
But like you've kind of mentioned how long it took you to start this podcast.
Yeah. Yes.
And that was part of the self-doubt. And you overcame it, and we're now at 101.
101.
Even your self-doubt about math, you got it right with the 101.
101,
So
like what? Like the 101 what? Dalmatians? Motherfucker.
I said that at the beginning.
Disney plug.
100%.
She did say 101 Dalmatians.
Well, I wasn't here then.
You were sitting right there.
She kind of posed it as a question. So maybe that's why you missed it.
But yeah. Yes, it has taken 43 years in the making, or however many when you start realizing stuff about you. But I think, and there'll be moments where we'll forget these things. And I think it's just, that's okay too. But I think realizing it and doing something about it, and also talking to other people about it too, because there's just this negative thing of keeping it in. And then we don't realize when we're talking how negative it becomes. Everything is a no, or we see the shitty side of a story. And, like we all have moments, once a month I go through that.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that's a big learning. Like this whole thing has been a huge learning process with having, over 100 guests on.
Yeah.
And each guest has consistently said self-compassion in their own way. You have to have some kind of moment for yourself. We've talked to people that are therapists. We've talked to people that have gone through stage 4 cancer. We've talked to people that are in the industry, the music industry, or in acting, all these, like everywhere, every doctors, everyone in between that's come on. They've all in their own way talked about how much caring for ourselves and figuring out what that is the key, because no one else is going to really do it. So I think that's a huge lesson.
Yeah. So like the spurts of self-doubt that still come out regarding the podcast.
Yeah.
Aside from talking to people, like, are there other things that you reflected on where you're like, I need to focus on these positive moments?
Yeah.
In order to, keep going.
Yeah. You want to know? Like,
yes.
My body is
Give
huge.
me examples.
My evidence? Damn.
Show your work. Like a math equation.
Yeah, you get half a mark because you didn't show your fucking work.
You didn't show me your work.
The calculator doesn't show the work. Damn it. Like my body, I think body image stuff, that's been a huge part of the campaign, and we'll still float in and out of that when people are willing. That's a hard one to get someone willing to have those conversations. And I really, really appreciate those that have. Just learning how to be in my, and it's not, I'm in my 40s and I have to accept something or succumb to something. It's like understanding what my body's actually for, keeping me healthy, the longevity, all those kinds of things. And one more fucking person says eat protein, but also, good stuff that we learn about that. So I think that's one. And then the other is parenting. I think parenting's a huge one. Right? I always feel like the world's worst parent. And I feel like I recognize a lot of like my own childhood issues when I'm parenting my kids at their ages and stages. So a 13-year-old thinking, oh yeah, shit, that was a problem for me.
Right.
And so something I'm excited about is getting into some of the biracial stuff in the next little phase, because I'm recognizing while I'm doing my own identity stuff that my kids are forming theirs too, and they're biracial. Like I had an aha moment where I like just tuned this just in, like, oh shit, my kids are brown and white. That's
what set that off? Did something happen?
Yeah. My son, my Terrence had
who's Terrence?
Yeah, my son. What? Have you met him before?
You have a kid? Terrence, this is the other child.
The other one. The other one. Right.
I think I have 3 now, but
there's Niam and Torrance. Torrance?
Torrent?
Torrance?
Torrent. Yeah.
Terrence.
Torrent.
Yes.
Yeah, Terrence had a racial experience at school at the age of 10 where, you know, this kid came and said some stuff to him. And the hard part for him was really good friends. Like his best friend is also friends with this other kid. And this child that, you know, child A that comes at my kid that says, you know, this racial thing, he was so good at convincing the kids around and making it a fact. And so Terrence was really upset about the fact that this kid knew. He's like, I know he knew what he was doing. And it was hard because my best friend and the other friend were like, yeah, he's right. Indian food is dirty. Because that's what it was. Like he came over and was like, Indian food's really dirty. Like it's so gross. It's like just dirt and like looks like dirt. And so the other kids kind of were like, yeah, actually, he's right. And so for Terrence, this was like a really interesting moment because that's what I've been struggling with too, is the, you know, don't do the whole thing where it's, you know, you're mad at me. Do the whole thing where you're mad for me. And I think Terrence had a moment of that where, everyone else went with this. And I know Indian food's not dirty and it hurt him. And so I think that was a really aha moment of, oh yeah, like obviously we know our kids are biracial, but I think it was like he's identifying, his journey is a little different than his brother's, and the way he's identifying, he's being impacted. It's an impact. He's feeling disconnected. But we also had a really cool conversation with the school, and we're going to be part of a anti-racial campaign that the school and the kids at the school wanted to do. And so Terrence and I got invited. So it's cool. Like in the end, you know, we're going to hopefully learn, get something out of it. But anyways, that was a big moment of like, oh, we gotta dive into some. Am I parenting or Carrie and I parenting our kids the best way we can? Or are there things we're missing out on because I only know my journey and he only knows his journey, right? So like sharing that story, I know you've shared other like really personal, specific. Oh my God, have I
stories on the podcast?
I've gotten vulnerable, guys.
Yes, and like the vulnerability is there, but there's also like fear of retaliation. You know, like of people hearing those things, wanting to message you. But then there's also the really positive feedback that you get. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Actually, like, can I? Yes.
Is there anything that you've heard recently or?
I'm so glad you asked this, actually. Yes, that's so good because I want to read you something.
God, now she's going to read?
I legit
gosh,
printed this off.
She's grabbing her booklet,
also,
dude.
guys, like, Karen is notorious for, like, fucking up orders. You know, ordering like
grocery orders,
a pallet of Mr. Noodles instead of a 4-pack, you know, like small examples.
Oh, a pallet? I thought I said one piece.
I thought I said one bag of Mr. Noodles. So this chick's like, you know, reviewing her notes before we start recording. And she's like, I don't know why I have 2 copies. Why do I have 2 copies? She's just obsessing over 2 copies of these notes. So just so everyone's aware, she has 2 full copies printed out on paper of these notes.
I killed so many trees. I know.
So this is what she's about to read into the record.
Thank you for the public service announcement that I am not environmentally friendly.
She's like, why do I have 2? Because you printed 2 copies.
Print receipt. Don't email it.
You printed 2 copies. That's why you have 2 copies.
Because oh my God, my printer got disconnected. Okay. And you know what? It's all Xander's fault, actually.
What, did the Superstore app get disconnected when you ordered a pallet of Mr. Noodles?
No, we just finished those 2.
Are we also going to do Who's Xander? Who's Xander? Can you do that too?
Oh, yeah. Which one's Xander?
No, who's that one? The other one.
Is that the one? Is that the one that was a kid now sounds like a man? Is that
Yes, he suddenly has a man
Overnight,
voice.
He woke up one day and he was like a man.
Yeah.
He just became one. Okay, thank you for bringing this up because so you're right. There's the negative side. And the way that I wrote this was actually...
Which is usually where the fear comes from. Like the negative side.
Yeah. And some of my fear, if I can back this up, is, okay, learning I'm part of the problem, right? Like, we're here, 101. If we remember 100 episodes ago, we did You People Don't Tip. And in there, we talked about that shitty experience, racial experience Serena and I went through. That's sort of how all of this happened. And so recently... as I've been going through some of my own identity work, when you ask about the biracial stuff, I'm figuring out some of this own stuff of like, how come I chose to say the things I did in the moment that night, particularly waving my phone and showing the manager I was different, I mattered, I'm above, as we've been talking a lot about that, because I was married to a white guy. Power imbalancement. It's interesting. This is coming up. So that put me in my whole existential, whatever you want to call it, crisis. And so where we're at now is I feel like we're building a community, and I'm feeling because we're building a community and people reply, people ask to come on, people are invested and will give feedback. I feel my voice is getting stronger, and I feel like I'm finding it now. And as I'm finding it, I feel like now I know what the things I can speak up about and for. And there was a recent incident where, you know, I've always talked about only really had white friends, and some have come along this journey with us, and we've had good conversations about growing together, and some we've moved forward. And for the longest time, I was mourning this. Like I thought it was grief that, I was so angry, I lost these friends and all that. And I realized there's so many gains. Like my marriage has gotten stronger. My husband and I are realizing some of our own stuff and the stuff together. And then also I'm realizing that, you know, there are people, the more that I speak up, there are more people that feel they have opportunity to do the same or are willing to talk about how they've also, like I've had someone today just message me talking about, you know what, I'm realizing they listened to the interracial episode that I was on with the girls from Talk South Asian to me. And they message and they're like, I'm in an interracial relationship too. And I'm also starting to realize a lot of microaggressions that I've experienced that I'm having like moments. And like, yes, like we can both talk about this if you want, because thank you for reaching out, because that's the place a lot of us are in. And now we're all with like, what do we do with this info? So the message here that I got, and, you know, is about, we have to be together. I think what ends up happening when there's all these isms like racism, sexism, we start fighting with each other and not against the fucking system in the bigger picture. So when that dinner happened, it would cause a ripple in the other friends. I have other friends of color that are also friends with this white couple, and they don't have that experience. So now I'm wondering, you know, is this, are you just racist to one, or do you racist? Like, there's all these things we're trying to figure out. Right. And can we do it without losing ourselves in the process? I don't care if I lose friendships, but I don't want to lose myself. And so here's the feedback to what you asked 5 minutes ago. But I just wanted to build this up because I think people don't get to hear a lot of what happens in the background. Yes. Yeah. And these are the moments. This is why I love when you guys come on, because these are the times where people can hear the magic that we're sort of like coming together and, you know,
all the background conversations that don't get aired. Yeah. So
this person messaged and they said they were listening to episode 85, which was with Neha. And that's the founder of Ninjanary. And they're saying, I'm listening to this right now. I'm so proud of you. Okay, I'll just say that part too. For saying something at dinner.
She's like, I'll just read it verbatim. It's fine.
Yeah. I just feel weird, but also it's more than just like a pat on my back. It's really cool what she said. And so I'm so proud of you for, I'll just say that again. Go scroll back to that part. I'm so proud of you for saying something at that dinner and standing up for yourself. It's hard when you realize that people in your life that you thought had your back don't have it in a very authentic way. I'm glad you didn't stay quiet. Every time we speak up, we are letting people know that we won't stand up for that behavior anymore and that we deserve better and more authentic relationships in our lives. So it's never a loss when you have a friendship like that end. It's making way for people that do support and love you just the way that question was worded. You can tell they had no intention in ever hearing you out or listening. They already had their mind made up. And so then they're like, we were actually talking about you on the weekend. My cousin was dealing with racism in Victoria, and she mentioned how she's been listening to your podcast and how we all would have loved having a role model like you growing up. And that's nice. But the best part was, I'm super glad the next generation of brown girls, has someone to look up to, and we can make change.
Wow.
Like, that's so cool.
Very nice.
And it's not, like just because I know I have family and friends that are like, oh, this is about you. But this isn't about someone looking up to me or, all these things. This is like so cool to hear that in 100 episodes, I feel I got to be part of a process where we started out feeling hopeless and like, this is the way it is. And if we say something, we just keep getting shut down, which does happen. And it's fear. And that's why people don't want to say something. But when we start to have people share that I stood up, I did something, and this is a response I got, I think we'll be able to build more on that. You know, like we'll be able to say more, or people will learn that this is not the etiquette. This is not the behavior. There's more to this story than Thanksgiving. Canada Day. You know, those things like we got to back it up. And we're all learning at different journeys, and it's not, you know, like I'm not, there's people way further ahead than me. And so I think we have to have compassion because people have had for me. But I do appreciate when people message stuff like this because it makes me feel like we can continue to have those kind of conversations. And some people might feel like they're repetitive, but sometimes you have to repeat something 7 times before it sticks. And so we'll keep having those conversations, and people don't have to listen to them. But, you know, every time we have one, someone else may have a moment of, okay. You know?
Yeah, because like it's not even really like, these conversations are tough, they're hard, they're always going to be awkward. Like there's always going to be, and exactly what this feedback said, like, that conversation at that dinner was a trap. And it was never going to be productive. It was a trap. It was in order to disarm you in a way. And I thought your reaction was perfect. I remember telling you that, where I was like, I think the way that you reacted was the right way to react, because they were trying to trap you. Like that was all that was going to achieve. And like the acknowledgement of going back to episode 1, talking about how you had literally shown a photo of you and Carrie to this manager, and Serena was doing the same thing with her and Sean, and me and Cam were just standing there like, what is going on? Like, I think we're just going to the next bar. Like that was like our,
we go to Greta bar.
Yeah, I was like, we're still drinking, right? Like we're still going out.
What is going on, right? And
I feel like that is so lost sometimes, where like the acknowledgement, the history is not acknowledged because no one wants to seem imperfect. Like they don't want to seem like they've gone on this journey, which I think is really, really important for people to listen to, because it humanizes the whole experience. Where you're like, I'm not on my soapbox as a righteous like person telling you exactly what you need to do and how to be. But I also got here after a certain point. I remember saying this, I think on the episode 75, where I was like, it's kind of like a time capsule for you to look back even on the early episodes and being like, shit, like what I was saying there was probably not how I feel today.
There's so many things on there.
Experience, so
even things of coming together with my relationship with Taylor Swift. And she's, you know, she's just one of many, but how in this journey realizing, you know, like we talk about these celebrities and these people we pay, you know, we always say this, but she was a big learning experience when you find out how much people are paying to go and you like her music, but then you also see the things that some of these people choose to fight for, and people are like, oh, everybody has a right. But then when you start to see the patterns and what everyone's right is, and everyone's right is North American white people will support the things that are going to impact, but not, there's, again, we just cut the story up. Like there's more to this than just, well, she's supporting this. And, you know, I'm sure she's a great person, all these things. And, you know, like I'm not hating on her. I'm just realizing where I want to put my time. And it is with the people around us that are experiencing like students, you know, and the threats people are getting, and my son, you know, somebody kept saying like, oh, like we turned out fine. And it's like, yeah, but I don't want my son to go through that. Like then my son's going to grow up saying the same thing. And so we're just going to accept that this is okay. So I, you know, like I think I know I'm not doing the right way, but you're right. When I go back and listen to that, and we've talked about editing things and we've decided not to because life is like that. Life is a learning journey, and you know, like this is why we want to write and stuff so we can keep track of how we got to where we got to.
Like what it's such a unique experience to be able
really
to do
has
that.
been.
Because it's like you remember things that you've said or like conversations you've had, but you don't remember them recorded. Like you don't have access to them in an auditory way where you can literally listen back to the things that you were saying, or the ideas that you had, or like the things that you thought were right at the time. And even though like nothing you said was ever inappropriate or like offensive, but they have still evolved like up until today, right? Like what other reflections have you noted in the last 101? Is that the
on 101?
101.
Cam's quiet.
There's
I'm
so
just listening.
many.
I like to listen, guys.
Well, we talked about community building. That was a big one. You know what? I think another one is like the status thing. So this is just particularly about having guests on.
Mm-hmm.
I've had the opportunity of talking to so many great people. Every single person that's come on has quickly jumped to, yes, let's do it. And I have people that have come on that would never have told their family members things that they shared.
Right.
I have people that decided in the moment of a conversation they were going to share some pretty big information because it felt safe. That's what it's been about. And all these people, whether it was my best friend, to family, to a celebrity. I've had a couple of good celebrities on. They've all been so genuine and authentic. And I think it's really, again, the message of status. You can have people that have money, don't have money, have all these sorts of things in life, experience hard things like almost dying with cancer, to maybe not going through something that extreme, but experiencing things. And I think at the end of the day, it's recognizing that we're human.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be a musician, I could be an actor, I could be the hockey night in Canada Punjabi host, I could be a therapist, whoever in between. But at the end of the day, we're human. And every single person that's come on has shown such an authentic side, which has been very kind for me in this journey, because there's been times where I've been pissed at some of the situations, like stories that I've been sharing. And we're like, oh yeah, it was really good. I handled that dinner really well. But those are good friends. And now this whole dialogue is, I'm just being stubborn. And there's all these sorts of things that are coming out of this. And so I appreciate all these people that have come along the way that are sort of saying, like, at the end of the day, that whole status thing of, we don't have to worry about what people will think. We don't have to worry about what people will say. Like, figure out like what is true to you and stick to that. And I think that's helping me find that voice. So I appreciate every single person that's come on and been so authentic. Not one person has been like, pay me for this.
Except Cam.
Well, every time Cam comes on, I have to pay him.
Who do you want to think? Who's on your list?
Well, everybody is. Like, I can't just like individually name but every single guest that's come on, you guys have been a big part of in the back, always letting me, annoy you with, should I say this? Should I post this? Because like, I didn't post anything in the beginning because I was so worried about offending, and I still am. But then now I'm like, if this is offending, then maybe this isn't the place for you.
Right.
I'm not saying elaborate things that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about humans' lives. I'm talking about experiences. I'm talking about something that happened to someone, So
yeah,
there's that whole part. But yeah, I'm grateful for the hook. Again, DJ It's Heavy D, like, has every single guest that's been on is like, loves that. Grateful for the logo back here.
Who made that? Who made the logo?
That
some
would be
random broad, right? It was some random broad. We don't really know her that well.
I don't know. She goes by the middle child. The MC.
Middle child,
She's
right.
The MC.
Yes. That reminds me a little bit of who she is.
Yeah.
She's like a cool haircut.
Yeah, sometimes. She also refuses to come on. We still haven't gotten her on. So.
Oh, yeah.
Her. But my sister, so we're grateful for that. That's awesome. And like, if people are interested, I'm really bad at merch advertising, but it'd be really good if people contact me. And thank you to those that have. We are selling these.
So she's pointing behind her, which is a stack of middle fingers up hoodies with the logo in the center. It's a kangaroo pouch, has a lovely little MFU podcast written font on the wrist. It's a very lovely beige color. The hand is, of course, brown, has some mehndi on it, has like a nice nail set.
Okay, we get it. Everyone see my hoodie, man. That's a great one. Anyways, we're selling them. And part of the proceeds go to the BIPOC Healing and Wellness Center. So this is a therapy center that I'm very grateful to. Finding a racialized therapist who has helped me alongside this journey, which has been a huge highlight in this process too, going back to therapy. And they're in Alberta. They are all part of the BIPOC community and will support anyone and everyone that's part of the BIPOC community. They also have a podcast. They have a lot of resources. They're located in Edmonton, Canada. Alberta.
Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Canada, Alberta.
All of them.
Edmonton, Canada, Alberta.
All of them. And anyways, that's where we're donating some of the proceeds to, because we would love to see, it's a not-for-profit. We love to see that place continue to flourish so people can get the support they need.
Yeah, really cool sweater, guys. Put in your orders ASAP.
ASAP. They're going to be gone before you know it.
They have Cam's initial signature.
No, they don't. You're just yapping shit now.
You're not going to autograph them?
Oh, if you want my autograph, sure. But then I'm sure they'll be less sold than Karen wants sold if I sign them.
Next time I cast, right?
What's your favorite piece of negative feedback that you
Wait, hold on. Aren't we going to do the top fives or are we not doing that?
Yeah, we can, but I'll answer this one. My favorite piece of negative feedback.
Yeah.
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day.
Let's not say negative. Constructive.
Yeah, this was negative, whatever, but sort of constructive. Somebody suggested that I change my logo.
Oh.
And I had even talked about this on an episode. They kind of put this in my head and it kind of fucked with me a little because I was like, oh shit. And so they just thought, the controversy behind it. And at first I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And then, we didn't do it. I got some feedbacks. I'd asked people, they're like, fuck that. We're so happy to see a brown middle finger, first of all.
Yeah.
And then it's amazing. Again, I'm just pointing at it, as you said. And then, lately I was thinking about it. And there is a connection with who gave the feedback too. But now that I go back and think about it, I just realized, again, was just a conversation about stigma.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just the unknown, it's in your face. And I thought that would be so silly if I went and changed the logo and did the opposite of what we're trying to do.
Yeah,
So
the middle child made that.
Yeah, the middle child, first of all, I'd have to deal with that.
Yeah.
First of all,
that would be a whole separate conversation.
That would be whole separate. But I'm glad that is the best negative feedback because it was cool to go through that. I'm glad I got to go through that because then it helps you think about why do I even have this?
Yeah.
I'm not just doing something for the sake of it. So these kinds of things I appreciate because it is good criticism because you think, oh yeah, that's helpful to know about why am I doing this?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Things that make you pause and think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Anyways, Cam, top 5?
Let's do it. Let's start to wrap it up.
Okay, Nana, you're first.
I need to know what the topic is.
I have a pen so I can write it out.
Should I give you guys the same topic?
Yeah.
Always, right? Yeah.
This one's pretty, I think this one's a lot of fun. It's boring. It's probably boring to the listeners, my listeners.
Your listeners.
My fans. But, I want to hear about it. Top 5 chip flavors.
Oh.
I knew that would get some gasps.
Damn.
Shit, Nana, you're up
5
first.
chip
Wait,
flavors.
don't start yet, okay? Just give me a second.
And I want them ranked in order.
So 1 is the best?
Yes, Nana, 1 would be the best. 1 is the worst. No, go.
Well, sometimes higher the better. I don't know. Fuck. Okay, so number 5. Okay, wait. Let me just think of 5.
So we have to do 1 to 5? 1 is the best?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chip flavors.
He just yelled at me.
Damn it.
Okay, so...
Both of you guys.
Okay, I think I know. So 5, I would say, is Doritos, sweet, chili, hot, whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's number 5.
That's a fair 5. That's a fair 5. I like that.
Number 4, I would say, is the jalapeno ones.
Miss Vicky's?
Miss Vicky's.
Oh,
the jalapeno
shit.
ones. That's my number 4. Number 3, I would say, is sour cream and onion.
From what?
Fuck,
brand?
I don't. So that's the thing. I'm brand wise,
it's got. You have to
sour cream and onion. I will eat.
Old Dutch.
Oh, we have to say our brands
fuck
too.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll say Old Dutch.
That's so disrespectful to the Ruffles sour cream and onion. But okay,
No,
fair. No,
you know
no,
why?
no, no,
I'll tell you why.
Fair enough.
Old Dutch. Old Dutch. Okay. Number 3, I will say is was that number 3?
Yep.
Sour cream and onion. Number 2, ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
Chips.
From?
Not Lay's, the other one.
Old Dutch again?
Old Dutch.
Okay.
And number 1 is the Ruffles,
all dressed.
All dressed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those are my favorite.
That's
And that's why I don't like the Ruffles sour cream and onion, because I expect them to taste like the Old Dutch because of the ridges and
But they taste so much.
taste
they taste so much better though.
I know, but I like the Old Dutch sour cream and onion.
Ruffles sour cream and onion is so underrated.
But the Ruffles ridges all dressed is that is the association I have.
That's funny though, because Old Dutch all dressed is better than Ruffles all dressed. But
no,
yeah, it is.
You're crazy.
It is.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
And also, are Pringles allowed to be part of this or no?
Of course,
absolutely, they are. But I'll slap you if you say you have Pringles flavor in the top 5. I'm just joking.
He's like, yes, you can, but you will be hit. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so I'll start with bottom and go to the top.
Yeah, start with the
Number
shittiest.
5 is Ruffles regular or classic.
Oh my god.
Plain.
Okay.
Just the plain.
Yeah, because sometimes they go well with burgers, and they go well with your meal when you don't
Are
want to
you
do
like one of
fries.
those people that like licks off all of like
the salt and shit.
salt
That's
and
Terrence. That's the youngest kid. Okay.
It's true. You. And then number 4 is the Doritos sweet chili and heat.
Yeah. That was her 5th.
That was my
yeah.
number 5.
Number 3 are the Old Dutch barbecue corn chips.
Oh, okay,
those are
okay,
good.
okay, 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 okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Number 2, Mrs. Vicky salt and vinegar.
Okay, all right.
And
Mhm.
number 1, Old Dutch ketchup.
Okay.
Old Dutch ketchup was what, 3 for you? 3 or 2?
Although,
Nice. Okay.
I would say, and I did write it here, is Doritos ketchup chips are actually really good because
They're-
there's so much ketchup on
Doritos
them.
ketchup chips are really fucking good.
That's what I like.
But they're also hard to get, right?
So hard
Correct.
to get. They're so good.
But also, Doritos are like probably the worst chips out of all chips for you.
Yeah, they're so disgusting, but they're so good. Carrie says I'm so selfish because when we first started dating, one of the first things he recognized about me was when we'd eat ketchup chips, I'd look for the ketchupiest ones and always take those and leave them. You know, like there's always a shitty light one.
You know what? This is very telling of who you are as a person.
You're gonna say?
Mhm.
At least it's, I say it.
Yeah,
I'll
you know
press this
what?
good press.
It all is connecting.
It is so much.
All of the things are
the
connecting.
universes are coming together. It's like the Marvel movies. Anyways, that's me. Your turn, Cam.
Oh,
She just tried to make a millennial like
yeah,
little
I don't even
like
understand. I just
connection
ignore
there.
her and shit.
Like the Marvel movies. Anyways.
I'll be Scarlett Johansson.
I have to do my like for them too. Top 5
Yeah,
ketchup
Every
chips?
time, Cam, you have to do it.
I thought I'm just like I give it out to people. I never yet take it to dish it.
If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
No,
You can't handle
why'd you
the
even
truth.
like do that?
Did I say it wrong?
No, that's fine.
No, I'm just thinking
You're just
of
such a
Jack Nicholson
nerd.
one.
Anyways, what's your top 5?
Okay, so 5 will be cheesies, cheese puffs.
I'm sorry.
Like the hard ones?
Cheetos.
Oh, Cheetos.
Cheetos.
The big fat ones?
Cheetos.
The ones at birthday parties? The
Cheetos.
fat ones?
Cheetos, but they have to be Cheetos.
The ones that melt in your mouth.
Cam, whoa.
Just
Whoa, what?
fucking
When?
Cheetos. I just discovered. Actually, like
He's like, I just discovered
No,
Cheetos.
Yeah, this was never part of your childhood.
Isn't it? I just discovered that I've liked Cheetos my whole life a lot.
I don't mind them. I know what you mean, but we always had them at the kids' birthday parties, friends' parties we'd go to.
Cheetos.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry,
Yeah.
carry on.
And it's always so nice to touch everyone's stuff after you eat them. But
You know what happened? So on our road trip to Kelowna, we had like Harjot left her bag of Cheetos in the car. So I brought them into the house and he was like, damn, those look good. And since then, every time we go to the grocery store, he's like, can we get Cheetos?
yeah, they're
So
underrated.
I think it's reignited something in him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 4, hickory sticks.
Oh.
Yes, absolutely. Can I
knew-
change one out for that?
I knew I was gonna cause some get some gas for
Damn
that
it.
one.
I wish I said that
Hickory
too.
hickory sticks are also always the best when you've just played ice hockey and you get them from the vending machine.
Oh, that's a
That's
very
good.
specific.
Remember when it's like $4
feeling.
for a little tiny bag of chips at the vending machine?
And then you're sweaty with
Yeah.
rosy cheeks and stink.
Yeah. And your
you're
parents are
happy.
like, no, like, fuck, man. Like, we're not paying. We'll go to the grocery store. I'm like, I want the vending machine hickory stick.
And they'd get it for you.
They would fucking get it for me.
That's why he needs it right now.
Always everything right
Guess
now.
what we're doing on the way home?
We're
Getting hickory stick chips.
Hickory chicks.
Hickory stick chips.
What?
That's a very different experience.
That's not good.
Hickory chicks?
Yeah.
Hickory chips.
Hickory sticks.
Sticks, chips.
Episode 101, Hickory chips.
Gosh darn, guys. Okay, so we're on, that's 5, 4. We're on 3.
3.
3, I will do the Ruffles sour cream and onion,
Okay.
Sometimes.
which
yeah.
we sometimes, they're fucking amazing.
When
Every
you
time we
do.
go to Costco, every time he's like, "Why don't they sell the Ruffles sour cream and onion? They only sell the all dressed." And I'm like, I don't know. Like
good.
every time we walk by the chip section,
And he
he has to make a comment.
He's so hopeful that they'll have him this
He's
time.
like, maybe one day if I say it enough times.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's gonna be, all 3 of us said this, it's like Old Dutch ketchup, number 2.
Oh, that's your number 2.
Yeah.
Why did you do the RIP to that? It's still in existence.
That's not RIP.
You did. You did the little
No,
like.
that's just like looking up to God and be like, yo, like, you know what's up.
Oh, I
like,
thought that was the RIP.
No, I didn't.
God brought them
RIP,
to us.
isn't RIP this thing? Like,
No one knows what you're doing. But
That's
anyways.
the religious, the cross.
is
Yeah.
it- or
No, like no one listening knows what you're doing because they
Whatever.
can't see
Only
you
people
doing it.
watching you.
whatever. Number 1, Old Dutch all dress.
Interesting.
Wow.
You know what? Ruffles all dressed didn't make it in my top 5, even though I ate them so much.
Do they count as a chip?
But they're still not in the top 5 for me.
They don't count as a chip?
Well, that's a controversy on Letterkenny, right?
They're
Like,
a
they
chip.
do a whole
Oh, yeah, the
controversy?
Letterkenny. We recommend the Letterkenny chip episode. It's very good. If anyone's listening, Karen, to your
if
podcast.
anyone listens,
Letterkenny,
there.
it's like season 11 or 10 or some shit. I think the episode's called like the chip debate or something like that, or
Yeah.
chips or something. Fuck, it's such a good episode.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not why I get this top 5, actually. It's not because of that. I
No,
was
chips
just
is
like
important.
chips or chips, right?
Yeah,
Like,
chips are important.
I like to know pop. Let's do top 5 pops too quickly.
Okay, let's just do it really
Quickly.
quick. It's
Pops.
101. Let's
Pops.
one more time. One more.
Pops,
One more.
quickly,
Okay,
then we'll
shit.
turn off.
Nana, you're first, not me.
Top 5 pops.
Pop. P-O-P.
I don't think I have 5 that I like.
We'll figure it out, Nana.
Dude, like, it's not hard to...
I like ginger ale. I like Diet Coke.
Damn it.
I like...
Wait, you're talking. I forgot.
It's like when you're counting and someone's like 26, 32.
Wait, okay.
Okay, so ginger ale,
This is no order? I'm just
no
gonna
order.
do it? Okay.
Diet Coke.
hmm
I like cream soda,
Which one, though? I'm just curious.
like the pink can,
Barks.
Bargs,
Mm.
A&W root beer,
Okay.
and
You have one more?
like that's it
For pop?
for pop. I don't think I have a 5th choice.
No, like orange soda crush or grape
No,
crush or...
No.
Wow. Fanta?
No.
You can't just fucking 7-Up?
Limca.
Yeah.
See, like
Okay, Karen,
Limca.
go ahead. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Karen, you do it. Like
Yeah, Limca, man.
Bam,
Limca
That's
from
like
India.
the lemonade one, right?
Yeah, it's like lime.
It's lime, yeah. It's a
Okay.
good one,
All right.
actually.
You add
Sure.
salt to it.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, number 5 is...
Blood soda, buddy.
Ginger ale.
Okay.
Number 4 is...
Yeah, write them down.
Yeah.
She's like reading them so slowly too. Like what?
Number 4,
She's like
number
number
4
5
is crushed
is-
grape.
Crushed grape. Wow. Most sugar out of all the
crushed
fucking...
grape.
Yeah, only...
It is good.
so
It's underrated.
good.
Yeah. Crushed grape is pretty underrated. It is.
I haven't had
Nana,
in years,
yeah.
but you know what I mean? And
No,
then-
it is. Chill.
So that's number 4. So number 3 is Fresca, that lemon one. It's so good.
Does that count as pop? Like,
Yeah, it's in a
It's
can. It's pop. It's carbonated.
It's prosecco. Pop.
It's pretty much Prosecco. That's my number 1.
without... Prosecco.
Number 2 is Coke. And then number 1 is Diet Coke.
Okay.
Not
Coke
Diet.
Zero, Diet Coke,
No.
then Coke, then Pepsi, and then Pepsi Diet.
no. Pepsi would not make her top 5.
It wouldn't.
Yeah.
Never.
She'd be like, I'd rather drink piss than drink Pepsi.
Diet Coke is what we need always, remember?
Okay, well, you guys
Diet
suck.
Coke.
Okay, number 5.
Oh, is
I'm
it-
just going to cut you guys off because it's taking too long. My turn. Number 5. This is what everyone came to fucking listen to. This is what everyone wants right here. Number 5, vanilla Coke. No gas? Okay, all right.
No, it's so dumb, vanilla.
Number
Coke.
4?
You built it
That's
up too much.
nasty. I don't judge, but I judge for that. That's
You should have set
nasty.
expectations a little better. You're like, everyone's here for
Watch
this.
this one, though. Watch this one. This one you can't even fucking get anymore. Pepsi Blue, number 4.
Oh shit, that's gross
Pepsi
too.
Blue.
That's fucking shit. We'll give you
I don't even
diarrhea.
know what
That's
tastes
like drinking the blue. What's that blue porn star drink? You.
Oh.
Anyways, okay.
It's not.
Sourpuss.
It's not at all, but okay. Number 3, Mountain Dew, Code Red.
Wow. Do you like Dr Pepper too?
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not in the top 5. Top 6. It's maybe 6.
Yeah.
What's number 2?
Did I do 3 already?
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, root beer.
Which one?
Barks or
Barks, probably. Barks, you can't fuck with Barks root beer, man. It's so
Wow.
sick. The silver can and shit,
I don't
right?
drink root beer.
Mugs is good too, though. Mugs root beer.
Mugs? Yeah.
But Barks is like fucking, it hits you hard. It gives like good shit.
Do you like the A&W one though?
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah. Yeah, I like that too.
Divorce.
Barks is,
That's the worst cut.
and then number 1, you know what? Sorry, root beer would probably be number 1, and number 2 would be Coke. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So root beer is your number 1.
For pop, yeah.
Did you know that,
Wow.
Anna?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was Coke.
No. Yeah. I don't even like Diet Coke. I just get it because you get it. And it's like pop.
Wow. Okay, divorce canceled.
Yeah. Because that's sweet,
He
right?
loves me. He loves me.
No more divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on. Okay. Wow, guys. 101 times.
What's your top 5 of the last 100?
The last
Right?
what?
And then
What
let
did you
me,
say?
let me
The
go into an
last
essay.
101 episodes.
Let me go into an essay. I will say one though. I wanna give a shout out to is Andrew Ueno.
Mhm.
He was the first one that I reached out to. That was like the radio host that I was so
Right.
scared to. That I was.
It was like a cold message. Yeah.
That was like the lesson of power of asking. You just
Mhm.
don't know, and I hate asking. I won't ask.
You ask us a lot of shit.
I ruined the 100th episode. I was so excited to record with JRD and Jordan. He's a singer from Canada. We all love him. And for the first few minutes, it sucks because I did not want to pause it and ask my technical director, Carrie, for support. Anyways, I'm appreciative of that episode, and just that whole conversation with Andrew was like the gateway to being okay to ask a lot of other people that I don't think I would have reached out to.
Yeah.
Including like my dad.
Your self-doubt coming in.
Self-doubt is a true crime
Sitting
story.
on your
That's the name
shoulder.
of my book title.
Mhm. You have a lot of books on the
So
go.
many books. I'm like the book writer. I'm like
Damn.
the Harry Potter. No, I'm not. Actually, I won't say that.
Let's not
No,
be like
someone
her.
else.
But yeah.
I wrote a little like thing because there was a few things I wanted to make sure I said, and so my intro and my outro I wanted to make sure.
Yes.
You guys okay if I say that, or did you guys want to say something?
Just we're very proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
I already said that earlier. That's proud of her.
I know, but like 101 is a lot, you know, like it's a commitment. When we talked about this 2 years ago, and I was like, you gotta release an episode every week. You gotta keep people on the hook, and like all those things. You fucking did it.
You delivered.
did that thing.
Did we deliver?
You
You
delivered.
did that thing.
Aw, thank
You stayed consistent. You know.
Yeah.
You did it.
Like Little Red Riding Hood, you delivered.
Delivered. Doesn't she get eaten by the big bad wolf?
Yeah, she does. It depends on which version you watch.
No, she recognizes that that's not her grandma.
Yeah.
She sees the fear.
Yeah, she does.
She walks out of the house.
Yeah.
And then
that's
she,
what I'm doing. I'm trying to walk out of the house,
Yeah.
not
Mhm.
my actual house. Please don't feed the fears.
So aside from we're proud of you, nothing else.
Thank you. Thank
To
you
say.
for, if anything, that you're proud of me. I appreciate that. It's been great. I appreciate the love and the support. You can't do it by yourself. So
Mhm.
I don't think this is just me. This is a lot of people have been part of this. So
Mhm.
can't do this by yourself.
List them off.
Yeah.
Let's get back into
my
that.
Mom, my dad. Okay, so I do want to say as we're wrapping up, if I may, as I've been saying throughout, want to say it again. I want to thank all the listeners, all the guests, everyone that's provided feedback, the good, bad, the ugly. We'll take it. We love it. Thank you for it. These 100 episodes have taught us at MFU quite a bit, as we've talked about self-doubt, self-compassion, and honestly, the power of community. Amazing. Meeting a lot of amazing people that are wonderful to be around. I think that we'll leave it at that. So as it's been a journey of growth, I'm very grateful for everyone who's been part of it. A big thing that I've learned on this journey thus far is that it is more than okay to speak your truth, even when it is uncomfortable. It's okay to lose people along the way. It just means that you're making room for those who truly support you. And it's also okay to take your time. Building something meaningful is worth the effort, even though it's taken 1,000 episodes to figure out technology. My posts are just cute and little, and we haven't done video. Time, right? We don't have to rush everything. So here's the next chapter of Middle Fingers Up. More stories, hopefully, more growth, and definitely more lessons. So thank you to everyone for being here with us. Until next time, keep your middle fingers up. Okay.
that's like so embarrassing. Can we leave after she did that shit?